Hello from San Antonio. This is SIREN Tarot. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. What does he think about when he thinks about you? What does she think about when she thinks about you? This reading is timeless, and for this reading there are 4 different options. Before I get into the reading, I want to give a shout out to a client and subscriber who has started this new thing. I wrote down notes. Her name is Trese Monden, and she's created this community called Couch Connections. It's a safe space. It's a community space that you can access via Zoom. And the 2 upcoming topics that will be covered are healing from ghosting and no contact relationships, and healing from third party and triangle relationships. I'll put the links to the events in the box, and you can contact Latrice directly at houseofmonden@gmail.com. So the links will be in the box for that. Okay, there are 4 options. This is option 1. This is option 2. Option 3. And cuatro. Option 4. As always, timestamps will be provided. Don't overthink it. Just think of your person of interest. Take a deep breath and make your selection. If you chose the first crystal, here is your reading. Just took these out of the box today. I've had this deck for years. Never really used it. Found it out in the garage. Gold Foil Tarot. Eight of Pentacles, Ocho de Oros. 7 of Pentacles, Siete de Oros. 7 of Wands, Siete de Bastos. Caballo de Espadas, that's the Knight of Swords. Soto de Espadas, that's the Page of Swords. Muerte, Death. I am always available for private readings. The private readings are serious. The point of the private readings is to provide my clients with clarity. This is entertainment. I'm reading for a global audience. Please do keep that in mind. Ocho de Copas, 8 of Cups. Death again. Knight of Swords again. So if you chose pile 1, I see this person being very serious and intense and intentional with their communication. So if you're wondering about someone who has exhibited flakiness or ambivalence, I would definitely pick another pile. This person's not flaky. Their energy is not scattered. They desire a committed, long-term relationship with you. When they fall hard and deep. I see this person working and thinking about you, and they're thinking about everything. They're not just thinking about sex or the way you look in your Instagram selfies or whatever. They think about sharing a life with you. So if you chose one, you and this person could be currently living together, or you're headed in that direction. I see them working and just thinking of you, and I feel like you and this person are probably in pretty consistent, constant communication. This person does not smile or laugh much. I'm getting a really hardworking, intense introvert. I feel like you have had intense conversations, in-depth conversations with this person. There was probably a lot of resistance in the beginning. They had fear, they had trepidation, perhaps they had baggage from a previous relationship, and they didn't want to just jump in. This is not the energy of someone who's going to just lay their heart at your feet immediately. This is not the energy of someone who's going to fall in love on the basis of sex appeal or social media, whatever. This person's probably a sapiosexual. They fall in love with someone's mind. So I see them being in love with your mind. I see them being in love with your energy in general. And I see them wanting to create a life with you. I'm not getting any flakiness. I'm not getting the energy of someone who is not prioritizing this connection. I see this person prioritizing this connection and really being into you. They are passionate, but most people don't see that or guess that about this person because they keep so much suppressed. They have this stoic nature. So they could have Sun in Capricorn, Mercury in Aquarius, Scorpio rising, Moon in Libra. Of course, that is just one possibility of many. I'm seeing Cade, Cody, Carson, Carter, Caleb, Cody. Did I say Cody? Oops. I'm seeing Eric. And we do have Eric. We have Eric and Erica. Eric, Erica, Corey, Ray, Grayson, Roy, Royce. That's an old-fashioned name, Royce. Okay. I'm seeing Aaron. Oh, we have Gary. I usually do the dice first. Looking at the stove clock, it's 2:22. Make a wish. It's 4 at 6. 6 is Venus. And I'm recording this on Thursday, which is ruled or sponsored by Jupiter, but I'll be publishing this on Friday, which is ruled or sponsored, as I like to say, by Venus. North Node and Pisces in the 10th house, the house of Capricorn. So yes, this person has integrity with their word. If they say they're going to contact you, call, text, message you on Thursday, they're going to contact you on Thursday. They're deep and they are romantic is what I'm getting. Six, Venus, 5. 5 is Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. 11's 2, Cancer, another 2. 8, Capricorn. So 8 and 5, that's 13, that's 4. Aquarius is the dominant energy. I feel like this person has an above average IQ, highly intelligent, and they do see you as their mental or intellectual equal. That's what I see for 1. Hope that helps. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. And if you chose the second crystal, here is your reading. Had this deck in a box in the garage for years. I think it's my first time to actually use this. Nine of Pentacles, maybe the Ouros. I was going to say the Fool. Page of Cups, so that they Copas. 7 of Wands, Sete de Bastos. Do a good hard shuffle. Uno más. The Moon, La Luna, Queen of Wands, Reina de Bastos, Death, Muerte, El Sumo Sacerdote, that's the Hierophant. Over to Copas, 9 of Cups. And El Juicio, Judgment. Okay, I feel like this is someone you just started talking to. You don't really know each other that well yet. You flirted, maybe you've sexted. There's been some messages going back and forth. They sense a lot of potential with you, but this is way too early to say that they're in love with you. There's the potential for them falling in love with you. That's a really strong middle row. Queen of Wands, I assume that's you. Queen of Wands, sandwich between the Page of Cups and the 9 of Cups. You could tick off all the boxes. You could be this person's exact type. But they're just dreaming. They're just fantasizing right now. They don't really know you. Whenever I see an axis in a reading, that does suggest a really strong sexual attraction. So we have Virgo and Pisces. Strong attraction. When this person gets involved in relationships, they tend to be jealous and possessive, and they take relationships really seriously, similar to what I saw in 1. So when they do decide to commit to this relationship, when the two of you are in an actual official relationship, they are going to take it very seriously. Again, similar to what I saw in pile 1, I don't see this person being flaky. I don't see them just flirting for the sake of flirting or just having sex for the sake of having sex. They do relationships, and this person is a romantic. Right now, I would say you are dominating their thoughts. I would say they do have you on a pedestal. I would say they're fantasizing about you, and they sense tremendous potential. There could be some game playing with this person. And by that, I just mean in the beginning, when you first start talking, they may not let on how much you're affecting them. They may play it cool. They don't want you to know that they're thinking about you and fantasizing about you to the extent that they are. Because I see a lot of thought, a lot of fantasy for pile 2. Again, it's too soon to say they're in love with you, but I would say they're infatuated. They're definitely interested. A possible astral combo for this person, they could have Sun in Taurus, Scorpio rising, Moon in Sagittarius. That is just one possibility of many. And you probably don't know this person well enough right now to even know what their astrology is. You may not even know this person's sun sign. They have a really good sense of humor, and I feel like you do make this person laugh. They love your personality, and they definitely love your physicality. Oh, North Node in Aries in the 3rd house. This person's ambitious. They could be one of those who they have a main job and they have a couple of side hustles. They could do Uber, DoorDash, they could deliver for Amazon. They have multiple streams of income, I would say. And they take excellent care of themselves. I can see them being in the gym a lot, working out. They look really good naked. This person is naturally attractive, but they do work on themselves, and they're very conscious, very careful about what they eat. Yeah, they have a good sense of humor. 3, Sagittarius. 1, Leo. They take pride in their appearance. 4, they like to read. 6 is Venus. They're very attracted to you. 7 is Pisces. They're fantasizing about you. 9, Aries. When they're ready to really pursue a relationship, they will definitely let you know what is up. Okay. So 10 is the dominant number, making Leo the dominant energy. They want a partner they can be proud of. They want someone they can show off. Rebel. Maybe they're in the South, the American South, or they're in Texas. Gore, the last name. This person is not a bore. There's that saying, might have been a headache, never was a bore. This person definitely is not boring. And I'm getting roar. I'm seeing roar for Leo. The lion roars. Rory. Corey. Don't have all the letters, but yeah. I'm seeing Craig. And Crab, so they could have some Cancer in the mix. Oh, we have Rob. Okay. Reggie. Yes, that's what I see for 2. I hope that helps. I do this full time. I am always available for private readings. All the info is in every box. I have a second tarot channel, 2 cups too many. I'm hoping to work in another guitar reading at some point this week. For the weekends, I want to do another guitar reading. Thanks for watching. Peace out. And if you chose crystal number 3, here's your reading. This has been in a box in the garage. I'm just telling you because I feel like there will be questions. Ooh, what is that deck? I think I got this from Temu a million years ago. My Temu haul. Gold foil tarot. The back is gorgeous. I love the back. This is the third time this card has shown up in this reading. 7 of Wands, Sete de Bastos. Page of Cups, Soda de Copas. 9 of Pentacles again. This was in pile 2, maybe the Oros. I don't know who needs to hear this, but this message is coming through. And this is something that I've learned from years of experience, because I have Venus in Aquarius, which is a very generous Venus. With Venus in Aquarius, the biggest flaw with that placement, I would say, is offering too much too soon. Saying, oh, I'm this thing and I'm also this thing. Just trying to be really, I don't know, transparent and down to earth, so there's no weirdness and there's no intimidation. And so you give a lot in the beginning, but pace yourself. Don't give this person everything right out the gate. Make them work for it. Make them work for your attention. Don't just tell them your whole life in a conversation. Offer clues. It's not about game playing. It's about being smart with your energy. And it took me decades to learn that. With Venus in Aquarius, you try to be everyone's friend. You try to be a lover's friend. And sometimes it's smart to, I don't know, maintain your mystique in the beginning. I hope that makes sense. Big King Daddy, the Emperor, Mars, Aries. 7 of Pentacles, Sete de Oros. Yeah, pace yourself. 5 of Spades, 5 of Swords, Cinco de Espadas. Reina de Espadas. Be smart with your energy. And what I get from this, Reina de Bastos, Queen of Wands. What I get loud and clear from this, 7 of Cups, Sete de Copas, is this person, regardless of their gender, this person's energy is extremely masculine, and they do prefer the thrill of the chase. They don't want an easy conquest. They don't want someone who's going to tell them their entire life story on the first date or in the first text exchange. They want to have to work for your attention. If it's easy, they're not going to value it at all. They prefer someone who is mysterious, someone who holds back, okay? So this person could have Sun in Aries, Leo rising, Moon in Aquarius. I do feel like this person's astral combo is all masculine, fire and air. And I do see them fantasizing about you. So maybe you already know what I just said. You don't need my advice because you know better than to show all your cards in the beginning. You're very smart. You're very strategic with your energy. And you have a busy life. You're not trying to make this person your whole world. And they like that. They respect that. That turns them on. That they are competing for your time, energy, and attention because you are busy, you are ambitious, you are goal-oriented. You have a whole life. You've got a lot going on, and that really turns this person on. And so they're thinking of ways they could impress you. They could be thinking of your first date, how they're going to just really impress the hell out of you on the first date. And in an abstract way, I can see them thinking, we would have beautiful kids together. So they're very sexually attracted to you. There's no doubt about that. But they're attracted to your energy as well, your energy in general. They like the way your mind works. They like the way you present yourself. They like the way you work it, no diggity. They want to bag it up. You're very independent, and that turns them on. And you could be in the same field. Maybe you both work in the medical industry, you both work in a hospital, or you're both actors, or you both have a YouTube channel, something like that. And so they feel like you have a lot to talk about. You present a challenge, and this person's saying, challenge accepted. Okay, Mercury in Cancer in the 4th house. That's the house of Cancer. So if they have this placement, or if you have this placement, you're definitely psychic and intuitive. A water Mercury in a water house. This could be a psychic connection. There could be some mental telepathy between the two of you. Two is Cancer, 1 is Leo through Sagittarius, 1 Leo. Okay. So 4 is the number making Aquarius the dominant energy. Yeah. They don't want someone who's just going to be a lover. They want an equal, they want a partner, they want a friend. I was watching this video. This guy has a channel on Vancouver. So we're trying to plan a move to Vancouver, Canada. Anyway, he was showing the art in his home. And there was a magnet, I think, on the fridge. And it said, brains are the new tits. And I love that. Similar to what I saw, I think, in pile 1, this person could be a sapiosexual. They're turned on by the mind, not really by the body. But they are physically attracted to you. But they love your mind. They love how you communicate. I can see you and this person having really invigorating conversations. Ontario. Ono, Yoko Ono. Yoko Ono is an Aquarian. I think she has Moon in Sagittarius. Year of the Ox. Cox. This person could be a CEO. They could own their own company. They have a warehouse. They're putting things in boxes. They're selling things on eBay, or they have their own website, their own distribution company, something like that. I can see this person buying you candy bars. Nougat. They're buying you a Snickers bar. You're at a newsstand and they're buying you a Snickers bar. Anything else? Could be a U2 fan. They're sending you a message by carrier pigeon. Coo, coo. Oh, we have Ben. That's good. An actual name. Yeah. They're eco-conscious. They recycle. They repurpose. They upcycle. Yeah, that's what I see for 3. I hope that helps. That was loud. I do this full time. I'm always available for private readings. All the info is in every box. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. And if you chose 4, cuatro, here's your reading. Starting with this deck that's been in a box in the garage for years. I think I got it in my Temu haul a million years ago. The Go Foil Tarot. I love the back. I was making a playlist earlier. I'm always making playlists. And a song came to me that I have not heard since the 90s. She's Dope by Belle Biv DeVoe. So that just came out. Maybe that song has some meaning. There may be some synchronicity there. She's Dope by Belle Biv DeVoe. Three of Wands, Tres de Bastos, the Hanged Man, El Colgado, Queen of Swords, Reina de Espadas, in their song Poison, they say, never trust a big butt and smile. Wise words. Never trust a big butt and smile. King of Pentacles, Rey de Oros. Ooh, 3 of Pentacles, Tres de Oros. La Torre. Tower. So the Bastos, Page of Wands. What did the Copas, 4 of Cups. What did the Rose, 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles has shown up in almost every spread, maybe every spread. That's crazy. And we are in Virgo season, synchronicity. But timeless reading, you could be watching this in Sagittarius season, 2078. You could be watching this in Pisces season, 2014, because time is nonlinear. It's a joke. But anyway, timeless reading. So yeah, but the Virgo is coming through. And this is weird. This is random. This is goofy. But this song just popped into my head, so I'll go with it. Something tells me I'm into something good. Hermits. It's a song from the 60s. Something tells me I'm into something good. Hermits. Those goofy fuckers. So this person is very optimistic regarding this connection. They feel like this could really turn into something good, something deeply gratifying. They are not in love with you yet, but they are dangerously close to falling in love with you. They're attracted to you and they see you as a potential partner. Okay. The fire has been lit. So I feel like you and this person just started talking. I feel like this is someone you've never had an in-depth conversation with. If you have a crush on this person, I would say the crush is mutual. They are attracted. They are fascinated. They have sexual thoughts of you, for sure. This person has a tendency to be codependent. It's common. When they get involved, when they're committed to someone, there's codependency. They want to take up all your time. They want to cling to you. They want to keep you out of themselves. They want a lot of one-on-one time with no interference from friends, family, other people. For some of you, this could be about a coworker, and they're being careful at work. They don't want people to gossip about the two of you, is what I'm getting for 4. They could be sneakily talking to you or sending you messages on a lunch break. So if you're single now and you like being single, you like your daily habits and routines, you like having space, just prepare for this, because I'm seeing a connection that has the potential to be a very intense, passionate relationship. So buckle up, buttercup. You could be in for the roller coaster ride of your life, because this person, their energy is very intense. They love hard, they love deep, they have a very strong libido. Sex is very important to this person. That's something they will never compromise on. They're not going to be with someone just to be with someone. They want to be with someone that they can have a lot of passionate sex with. They're looking for a sexual soulmate. They could have a specific kink or fetish, and they want someone who can facilitate that, or they simply want a very passionate relationship with a lot of sex. They probably have a strong Mars. For instance, they could have Mars in Capricorn. I've got that. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. Or they could have Mars in Aries. But a possible astrocom over this person, they could have Sun in Capricorn, Mars in Capricorn, Sagittarius rising, Moon in Pisces. These are just possibilities. Some people might dismiss this person as goofy. They could have this really congenial, goofy personality, but make no mistake, when it comes to sex, this person's a tiger. They don't play around with their sexuality. They get very seriously. They're not casual when it comes to sex. They want one-on-one. They want monogamy. They want devotion. Five is Mercury, Gemini, Virgo, 10, 1, Leo, 6, Venus. So 6 and 5, that's 11, that's 2. Be careful. If you're having sex with this person, or you'll have sex eventually, if you don't want to have a baby, be careful. Because I can see an unplanned pregnancy here. I can see the two of you eventually having a baby or a lot of babies, because I'm seeing really intense, passionate sex and lots of it. Okay. Mars in Gemini in the second house. That's the house of Taurus. I do not see this person having Mars in Gemini in the second house at all. You could have that placement, But this person has a strong Mars. Mars is not strong in the air signs, especially not Gemini. But I see them having an Earth or a fire Mars, probably. They're very lusty. But I'm bringing my own bias into this, of course. Any tarot reader is going to bring their bias and their life experience into a reading. And historically, I do not do well with men who have Mars and Gemini. You would think that I would, because Mars and Gemini trines my Venus in Aquarius. But no, that's a hard pass for me when a man has Mars and Gemini. It's my 10th house, the house of Capricorn. Cute. Yeah, they think you're cute. They think you're sexy as hell. Kate, Katie, usually spelled with a K, but we have Anne. Don't have all the letters, but Anne, Anna, Annie. I had a friend in junior high named Tana. T-A-N-A, Tana. She was a Cancer. Europe, Canada, California, Connecticut. This person acts like they're independent. They act like they can take or leave a relationship, but they are very into relationships. They want a life partner. They want someone they can have sex with on a regular basis. You have enticed this person. They could be saying, damn, baby, did you put a spell on me? What is up? They have a cat they care about. Well, you shouldn't have a cat if you don't care about it, but yeah, there's a cat that they're close to. They take excellent care of their cat. And the cat could have an unusual name, something like from a Marvel movie or something. They named the cat Thor or Iron Man, Spider-Man, I don't know, Aquaman. Okay. Oh, yeah, we have Nita. John Cena. Yeah, I feel like this person's a Marvel fan. Marvel, DC, they like to go to the Marvel and DC movies. That's what I see for 4, and that does conclude this pick a card reading. Thank you all so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Sending you all massive love and light from San Antonio.